Coming up on this episode of Pet Central.
This is one of my favorite paintings I've done.
Dog portrait artist Paul Boddum immortalizes your pet in oils and acrylic. A dog lover and owner, artist Paul Boddum painted his first dog at the age of 22, and his fascination with the subject has turned his passion into a profession.
I've been painting dogs exclusively for 16 years now. About 4 years ago, I decided to start showing my work publicly. I'd had a few shows, but I decided to bring it out into the public and see what the reaction would be, and possibly see if people would like to commission their own dog. And I was really surprised at the reaction to the paintings, and have since been able to have steady work painting people's pets.
Mm-hmm. Why do you suppose people are so keen of having a portrait of their pet as opposed to, say, a photograph or some other piece of art?
You know, portraiture typically was always someone you chose in your family who was important, or was a subject matter that was important in society when you did a portrait. Mm-hmm. And I think it's people's attitudes have changed, and now they feel that dogs have been an important part of their life, and they want to show that. And one way of showing it is to immortalize them in a painting. Mm-hmm. The people who approach me also want a piece of modern art. They're very interested in design, and they're very interested in contemporary design, and having their home reflect their design and their love of that. And they approach me because my paintings are custom, and I guess they consider it more modern in a sense.
Mm-hmm. A piece of art that includes someone they love, right?
That's right. The process usually is that the client sends 2 to 4 photos, and of those photos, I do a few sketches for them and send them the sketches, and they choose out of the sketches which one best reflects their dog and the painting that they wish. People just adore their dogs so much, so when their enthusiasm comes out, then I get excited about the subject. So with each new painting, every dog becomes my recent favorite. Mm-hmm. This is a dog called Gesso, and he's a dog of a good friend of mine in the States. And Gesso was a rescue dog she adopted soon after her lab passed away. So she had had this lab for years and years and years, and she had to go out and get another dog, and she got Gesso, and she sent me a picture. It was one of the first pictures she sent of Gesso, and when I saw it, I thought it was stunning. I just thought it was a beautiful dog with half sort of a dark face, a little spot around the eye, so cute, almost like the dog from the TV show Our Gang, and the Little Rascals. And he just looked like he was happy and he was ready. You know, he'd come from a shelter, and here he was, and their house is full of color and modern design and toys and all sorts of fun things. So the background, I wanted to sort of look like he was in his new home of color, and just was happy.
How do you suppose that the pet feels about being painted?
I think they probably think it's about time. They should have gotten a portrait done sooner.
And they get to see themselves on the wall every day?
They get to see themselves on the wall every day. And all the people who come over, they're the center of they're not only the center of attention, but now they're the center of a conversation piece, because they made it up on the wall before any other family member, so they're extra spoiled.
Can you describe for us what you get out of doing this kind of work?
Well, dogs continually fascinate me. I think they just have so much expressions and so much emotions, and there's so many dog owners who adore their dogs and would like to explore the idea of immortalizing their dog. It just seems that my inspiration is endless.
So for those who would like an actual portrait of your dog, Paul Boddum in his studio. Thanks for having us, Paul.
Thank you.
Paul Boddum's Pampered Puppy was sold at a silent auction as part of New York's Pet Fashion Week, an event to raise money for New York animal shelters. The new owner has since consigned 4 more paintings to show at his art gallery. You have your own pet, Paul. Do you paint Noah?
I have been able to squeeze in one painting of Noah.
Was it a picture of Noah smiling? I can see that you get a lot out of doing this.
Awesome. Trying to think of an answer.
So you'll continue to be expired, not expired. Inspired. Not expired at all. You'll continue to be expired.
Am I going to be a big part of your bloopers reel?
Yeah, you might be. Yeah, you and I laughing, going, "Whoa, that was a doozy."